tonight on Life and Times. It took some detective work to locate this mural by a major artist. The question is, why was it painted over in the first place?
A black man with a child, a white woman with a child, at the height of the Depression. These are messages that the authorities did not want conveyed to the masses. It was too provocative.
And then, the changing face of Los Angeles, a photographic record of the city's journey from past to present. All that and more straight ahead on tonight's Life and Times.
Life and Times is made possible through the generous support of the L.K. Whittier Foundation, dedicated to improving the quality of life by supporting innovative endeavors in the fields of medicine, health, science, and education. And by a generous grant from Jim and Ann Rothenberg.
It was like finding buried treasure. A small group of art scholars discovered a mural that many thought had been destroyed. It was by one of the world's greatest muralists, David Alfaro Siqueiros. But it was covered over, painted over. And the question now is, can it be uncovered and preserved? Anna Cuevas takes us to an old building near MacArthur Park, where this exciting discovery was made.
It was here, near MacArthur Park in downtown Los Angeles, that an unexpected discovery happened.
This whole panel right here, if you see this sort of rectangle, it's hollow underneath.
Beneath more than 70 years of paint and plaster is an amazing find. A piece of a puzzle in the picture of art history that most people thought was destroyed.
Apparently what's happened, based on what we've found, is that it was painted over, simply.
Dave Tourje is the director of the Chouinard School of Art in South Pasadena. He says this might be the mural, long thought to be painted over, by Mexican mural master David Alfaro Siqueiros. Siqueiros, along with Diego Rivera and José Orozco, is considered one of the great muralists of the 20th century. He lived in LA for only 6 months in 1932, but in that brief period he made an indelible mark on the city's walls. One called Portrait of Mexico Today is currently at the Santa Barbara Museum of Art. Another, called America Tropical, is on Olvera Street. But his very first mural, Street Meeting, hasn't been seen in decades. It was painted on a wall at the original Chouinard School of Art where Siqueiros briefly taught. Most experts considered it gone, and Siqueiros' followers had resigned themselves to having only 2 of his 3 LA murals. But then, last summer, the first mural, long thought destroyed, resurfaced.
For this exhibition, I wanted more background information on the block of painters that worked with Siqueiros at Chouinard.
Curators Luis Garza and José Luis Sedano were doing research for an upcoming Siqueiros exhibition. So last June, they went to the Chouinard School of Art in South Pasadena for additional research.
The conversation just kind of drifted toward the mural itself, and we started questioning, well, who said it was destroyed, right? Why would they do that, right? And we just kept probing.
Garza and Sedano had a book with this picture, the only known photograph of Street Meeting, the name of that first destroyed mural. While they were talking about it, Nobuyuki Hadeishi, a member of the board of directors and a former student, walked in and saw the photo for the first time.
And when I looked at it, I knew exactly why it was and the reason why they couldn't find it if anyone had been looking for it, because it's been modified and room had been made out of the courtyard.
What about the picture led you to know exactly where it was?
The window, the 3 window, that's the only place in the Chouinard building which has 3 windows in this particular way.
The building is still there, and that's when we all realized, internally we sort of looked at each other saying, oh my God, then it really just might be it.
I cross-checked that wall with the blueprints, and then I could see on the blueprints the 3 windows on the 2nd floor and then 1 door on the lower floor, and just cross-referencing everything, we knew we had it.
With the excitement of what they had discovered, the group went to the former art school downtown. The building is now owned by the Korean New Times Church. Sure enough, in the back of the courtyard were the 3 windows seen in the photograph. Using a ladder, the group was able to get a closer look at the upper portion of the mural where small sections have already been revealed.
Initial reveals are showing that there is color. It has not been wiped away by time nor by rain.
With the photograph and windows as reference, they were able to see how these indentations in the cement correspond to the outline of the mural.
That ball right there above the window,
Is the two hands that
those are the
clasp
two hands
together.
and the shadow.
And the
right?
shadow.
But why was this mural, hidden for more than 70 years, ordered destroyed? Garza, who took these photos when he met Siqueiros in 1971 in Hungary, says the painter's pro-union message was too much for the authorities.
It had a red-shirted orator who symbolizes socialism and communism and equal rights, because he's preaching, he's speaking to a multiracial group of laborers, a black man with a child, a white woman with a child, at the height of the Depression. These are messages that the authorities did not want conveyed to the masses. It was too provocative.
And it was David Alfaro Siqueiros' first mural painted in this country. And he went on to paint some very significant murals, namely in Los Angeles.
Siqueiros' murals have often sparked controversy. Take the most visible mural on the side of a building on Olvera Street. Its depiction of a crucified Indian was so politically controversial, the city ordered it be painted over. Efforts to restore it have taken over 20 years. The best preserved example of his work, and least controversial, is his third and final mural, Portrait of Mexico Today. It was found in the backyard of a home in Pacific Palisades, and in 2002 was moved to the Santa Barbara Museum of Art. The big question now, what will happen to this new Siqueiros discovery?
This door, which is incorporated into the lower left-hand side of the mural, leads into the church's kitchen, and its ceiling splits the mural in half. The Chouinard Art School wants to buy the building to turn it into a second art school, and together with the mural, turn it back to what it originally was.
Because some portions have pulled away from the wall, nobody knows how much of the mural remains intact.
For instance, here, you see delamination of the material here. It's come off. So there's going to be some extensive work in here to get that glued back into place.
Paint and mural experts have started the painstaking job of opening up small sections to determine just how much of street meeting remains.
Yes, there is anticipation, but you try to hold back your excitement and such like that, because I don't want to be disappointed.
They will need a lot of patience and money. America Tropical on Olvera Street, for example, has been under restoration for more than 20 years. So they've established the Chouinard Siqueiros Mural Conservation Fund to continue exploring if the mural can be restored. But before any work can begin, Tourje needs to buy the building, something he's been working on since 2001.
We've been moving along on that path slowly, and then we find this mural, and that may hold something of the key to seeing it all happen.
It's Los Angeles history that everybody in Los Angeles can share. It is for all of us to take pride in. We are truly recipients of an art form that we can say it started right here in Los Angeles.
They all agree this is an opportunity for Siqueiros to get the recognition he deserves, and for a vital piece of LA's rich art history to be revealed. I'm Ana Cuevas for Life and Times.